and welcome back to Time with Lauren. Today I'm showing you how to use your stale or less than desirable in cuts of bread for 2 of what I call the 3 C's, okay? So you have croutons, here we go, crumbs, right here, or a casserole. And I didn't do that today, but I am gonna give you a little quick once over how to do it. You're just gonna take your stale bread, you can either cut it up or tear it up, put it in a pan, and you can make a French toast casserole. So you're gonna mix up eggs and milk, a little bit of sugar, cinnamon, and vanilla, a pinch of salt. You're gonna pour that over it, put some pats of butter over the top, and bake that at 350 until it's set. It is the best freezer meal you can do for postpartum, family meals, anything like that, because it reheats beautifully. You can't even tell that it has been frozen before. So if you're interested on how to make the best sourdough breadcrumbs and croutons, if you have some less than desirable bread cuts in your freezer, or you've been tossing the ends of your bread, or the cuts that didn't get eaten, or cuts here and there, the kids didn't finish all of the toast that you made in the oven that morning, then stick around and I'm gonna show you what to do with it. This is basically free because these are the pieces that would have been thrown in the trash. All right, let's get started. Okay, friends, I keep a big bag of bread ends, cuts, just pieces that didn't get eaten, crumbled, just basically like bread that would have gotten thrown out. And I use it to make croutons, casseroles, or breadcrumbs. And I call it the 3 C's, and it's what you do with your less than desirable bread. Toss the rest into a freezer bag. Once it's full, then we are gonna make either one of the 3 C's, crumbs, casserole, or croutons. These are frozen. I'm gonna leave them on the counter overnight and we will use them tomorrow. Okay, so here's the bread that I took out of the freezer last night. This was all like less than desirable bread. Some of it was underproof, some of it was overbaked. Most of it was underproof, so it was just a lot more dense. So I just tore this up. I'm gonna use this for breadcrumbs, and then I am gonna make a few croutons. We don't eat a ton of salads, and if these start to go bad before we finish them, then I'll just grind them up after they're baked into breadcrumbs later on, but I am gonna make double. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of olive oil. You can also do melted butter, any fat works. And then you can also do fresh pressed garlic and toss it with this, or even melt your butter with fresh pressed garlic, but I'm not doing that this time. I'm just keeping it simple with a little bit of salt, garlic powder, and fresh ground black pepper. My kids really love these to snack on. They are so delicious. They are so easy to make. And this is basically free because it's coming from what would have been wasted. These were the end cuts, less than desirable cuts, leftover pieces, like when we had a leftover piece here and there, or somebody didn't finish all their toast, even things like that. So this is just gonna go into a 350-degree oven until they're brown, lightly brown. Then you're gonna turn the oven off and let them cool in the oven. That's gonna give you a completely dried out, super crunchy breadcrumb or crouton. And then we're just gonna take these once they're dried and grind them up in the blender or food processor to make your breadcrumbs. All right, so here we go. We have croutons and breadcrumbs, and we will just grind up these chunks of toasted bread in the food processor or blender once they are completely cool, because we don't want to make any steam because it'll make them turn mushy. So we're gonna let these cool completely, then get them ready for the blender. Okay, so these are all nice and cool, and you can hear how crunchy they are. So we're just gonna pop them into our blender or a food processor, it doesn't matter. And then just blend them up till they're nice and pulverized. And then you're just gonna store them in an airtight container. You could even store them in a Ziploc bag, and they will keep in your pantry for quite a while. These are excellent to use for anything you would use regular breadcrumbs for, but they make really good meatballs and meatloaf. Like the best you'll ever have. It's so delicious. All right, so we're just gonna get the rest of these in here and blend them up. Check out how crunchy these croutons are. there you have it. Perfectly crumbly, the most delicious you will ever have sourdough breadcrumbs. All right, that's it for today, y'all. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like what I share here on my channel. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.